When Lou Bloom, a driven man desperate for work, muscles into the world of LA crime journalism, he blurs the line between observer and participant to become the star of his own story. This is my review of Nightcrawler. The first time I heard about this movie, I saw an online article that stated Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler. And when I heard that, I was like, oh cool, Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be the mutant in the X-Men franchise. But once I started to read the article, I found out that that wasn't the case, and that this movie had nothing to do with the X-Men franchise. But I was really interested after I read what the movie was going to be about. And going into this movie, I sort of had high expectations because of Jake Gyllenhaal, and the trailers made it seem like the movie was going to be a really good movie. And I have to say that after seeing Nightcrawler with my dad, I thought the movie was fantastic. The good points. For sure, the best thing coming out of this movie is Jake Gyllenhaal's performance as the main character, Lou Bloom. And basically, Lou is this sort of awkward creep. And it seems like he does these oddball jobs, and he's sort of a crook in a way so that he can get by on money. And during the movie, I thought I felt his insanity in a way. Because whether it was like what his mindset was in, or whether it was his facial expressions or his body language, I thought I could feel his insanity. And really, I wouldn't be surprised if Jake Gyllenhaal got nominated for an Oscar for this movie, but I don't know if he'll win it. But another person that did a good job was Rene Russo, who was a supporting character. And Rene Russo plays a supporting character who's this TV executive, and she's desperate to get like a groundbreaking story in a way, because the ratings on her channel are like going down each day. And her job and her career, in a way, are on the line. And I thought that she did a good job of being this like really calm person at one point, and then later on in the movie being this very angry person. As for the rest of the cast, I thought the rest of the cast did a good job. And there's this one other person that I thought did a great job too, that I should mention, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But the character I'm talking about is the person that works for Lou at the beginning of the movie and throughout the movie. Another great thing about this movie is the directing. And the person who directed this movie was Dan Gilroy. And after reading his bio, I'm really impressed of the way he directed this movie, because before directing Nightcrawler, he's never directed a single movie before. The only stuff that he's done was a little bit of producing and a lot of writing. And the funny thing is that he's the husband of Rene Russo. But anyways, back to his directing. And I thought he did a really fantastic job of directing this movie, for being a first-time director. Because I thought he did a good job of directing these characters and directing the way the story was going. He did a good job of directing the suspenseful scenes in the movie, and the dramatic ones as well. And he did a good job of showing his profession and how it works in LA. And I don't really know if this is a real profession, but if it is real, I think that he did a possible good job of showing how realistic it is. And not only did Dan Gilroy direct this movie, he also wrote the movie as well. And really, I found the writing for this movie to be incredible as well. Because Dan Gilroy did such a good job of doing the character development for these characters and doing the story development for the movie. And the only other good things about this movie are the editing because of the way it was paced. And there was a moment in the movie where I thought to myself, yeah, like that moment should have been paced differently, because I thought the movie was paced incredibly well. Like I said before, I thought the way Dan Gilroy directed the movie looked incredibly well, and I think that's due to the cinematography of this movie too. There were bits of the score that I found to be a little bit interesting. And the only other thing that I have to say is that some of the sound design was good too. Not everything of the sound design, but there were some moments of the sound design that I was like, oh yeah, that's good. Are there any bad points for Nightcrawler? I don't think so, because I thought this movie was done well in all aspects that I thought were done incredibly well. And therefore, I have to give this movie a 4 out of 4 stars for my rating. I thought it was a fantastic movie. If it's still in your area, then you should definitely go see it right now. But if you don't feel like seeing it right now, then you should definitely go see it when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray. Go rent it. It has terrific performances by Jake Gyllenhaal, Rene Russo, fantastic writing, directing, and it's a story that I think people will find dark and realistic and cool in a way. And don't worry, I'm not going to be spoiling anything for you guys. So I hope you liked my review of Nightcrawler, and other than that, guys, that's it.